approve this donation as presented.
A recommendation, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous. MOU for Centerstone, Dr. Bennett.
Thank you. Uploaded in your portal was an MOU for Centerstone. Centerstone provides the mental health services for our students in grades K through 12. Centerstone has recently merged with Brightly, which is another nonprofit behavioral health organization based out of Missouri. Centerstone will still remain the service, will still remain Centerstone, the name. However, this new company merger will allow them to provide extra perks for the schools that they service, such as professional development training for teachers and a database to track referrals and provide us with outcomes data. This fee remains the same as in previous years, so if you have no question, I ask that you approve the MOU for Centerstone as presented.
We have a recommendation, do we have a motion?
I move that we approve the MOU for Centerstone.
I will second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous. Master Affiliation Agreement for Indiana University, Dr. Bennett.
Thank you. I'd like to make the board aware that we've entered into an agreement with Indiana University to place a social worker intern at Clarksville Middle School. I'd like to thank Dr. Bullington for taking that on. She is agreed and willing to work with this student throughout the next school year. We haven't done this before at Clarksville. We've had counselors, we've had teachers, so having a social worker is a really good opportunity for both the student and Clarksville. Dr. Bullington has had a phone conversation with this student. We've seen her resume. We've been working with the placement coordinators at IU. I did notice on her resume this student's from Austin, Indiana, so she's got to be good. So Dr. Bullington will be working with her next year. So no vote is needed from the board, but I did want to want the board to understand that this shared partnership is something new, and we're excited about it.
Awesome, thank you. Recommendation for preschool handbook, Dr. Allred.
Thank you, Madam President, members of the board. You should have received in your packets the updated preschool handbook for the 26-27 school year. And unless you have any questions about that, I would ask that you approve it as presented.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I will make a motion.
I will second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous. Recommendation for approval to the terms and conditions for the facility and grounds use applications, Dr. Allred.
Thank you again. As so often happens, we think we get all these things worked out nicely, and we read it and think, oh, well, there's something we may need to add to this or amend. So you've had our facility and grounds use application and the terms in the past, but we were reviewing it and we saw that we did need to make an addition. And so in those terms, part of those terms talk about abiding by all the established board policies and things of having things on our facilities. And so we would recommend and ask that if you so do approve tonight, that we add to the terms and conditions the phrase, any violation of these terms may result in contract cancellation and loss of paid fees. So if you have any questions further about that, I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, again, I ask that you please approve this as presented tonight.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous. Neola policies, Dr. Bennett.
Thank you, Madam President. Last month, I held the first reading of the Neola policies, volume 38, number 2. Tonight is considered the second reading. You have all of those. You've had a chance to review them. If you have no questions, I ask that you approve these policies for volume 38, number 2, as presented.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous. Heather?
We actually do have, Dr. Allred and I both have items under other this evening. At this time, I would ask Kelly Glover to please come to the podium. Yay. So uploaded in your board portal is a copy of the Corporation Treasurer Chief Business Officer Statement of Benefits. This is being changed. I'm asking the board to consider changing this to reflect that Ms. Kelly Titus Glover has recently completed her coursework, which was 106 required hours of the Indiana Association of School Business Officials volunteer. It was a volunteer certification program and has officially earned the credentials and title of Chief Business Officer for Clarksville Community Schools. Tonight, I'm recommending that the board recognize her accomplishment and commitment to professional growth and lifelong learning by providing a $2,000 base salary increase for Ms. Glover for her completion of Chief Business Officer program through IASBO. If you have no questions, I would ask that you approve this statement of benefits as presented.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I move that we accept the statement of benefits for Kelly Glover.
I will second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous, and congratulations.
She doesn't want to, so she shouldn't have said that.
I just want to thank Tina. I want to thank Diane, specifically Diane, who has encouraged me to go down this route and take this track. It's at the very beginning, I had no idea what it meant, but as I sat through the initial webinars and the initial conferences were, I'll say, a little overwhelming, because I was like, oh, look at all of this now. That's a lot, and that's a lot to learn. But as the year has progressed, it's gotten a little bit easier. It's gotten a little bit more engaging. And I've just been very fortunate to have the support from everybody to do that, to take that track and to take ownership of it. So I've enjoyed it quite a bit, and I'm very happy about it. So thank you so much for your support.
Yay.
Oh, and we're gonna give this back to her that they gave. They could at least put it on a better sheet for you. I'm proud of you. You're fine, thank you. No, Kelly actually finished that in like really fast time, and I'd like to just personally thank the board for allowing Diane to work with Kelly throughout this year. She's been super helpful for us, and Kelly's learning fast. She's doing really well. What else do I have here? I have a statement of benefits. It's our second thing for our technology director. Bobby probably doesn't even realize this, but okay, yeah, Wendy and Brian, they realized that we had a little glitch that needed to be cleaned up. In essence, that would, I think Bobby, with 3 or 4 more vacation days that Bobby probably should have been getting. So we are making sure Bobby gets that, and that would be that would mirror his statement of benefits to other 12-month directors' statement of benefits. So Bobby, if you've earned them. If you have no questions, I ask you to approve the statement of benefits as presented. And Bobby's been with us how many years, Bobby? 23. Yeah, so 23, wow. And so thank you, Bobby, for everything. If you have no questions, I ask that you approve the statement of benefits update as presented.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I will make a motion.
I will second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous. Thank you, Bobby. And one more, Dr. A.
Yep, me. Each year around this time, we get the handbooks for Indiana Gateway Digital Academy and Indiana Gateway Alternative School. So you should have received those in your packets. Unless you have any questions about what's contained therein, I would ask that you please approve those as presented tonight.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I will make a motion that we approve the handbooks for Gateway.
I'll second that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous. Anything else under other? All right, I will adjourn the special meeting and open the planning meeting. I need a motion to amend or adopt this agenda.
I move that we adopt the agenda.
I will second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
It is unanimous. Turn the page, shouldn't have. Education update and superintendent's report, Dr. Bennett.
Thank you. Just a couple tonight. Reminder that next week we will have Scott Gardner here, who's going to present on the transportation bus routes and safety updates and plans for the upcoming school year. In your package, you were given a copy of the 27 budget timeline. Kelly and I have met with Dr. Kidd. Kelly's met with him more than I have to begin budget prep. Our hearing will be Thursday, October 1st. Make sure that you guys realize that that's a different night for a board meeting, with the adoption date of Tuesday, October 20th. The budget adoption date has to be 10 days from the budget hearing.
What was the alternative?
So the hearing is Thursday, October 1st.
And that's our.
That's your school board meeting. Instead of Tuesday that week, it'll be on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the adoption date would be back to October 20th on Tuesday, and you'll see a gap there of 10 days. We have to have at least 10 days. Okay.
For the 10 days because of fall break.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
The buildings will all be open back up on Monday, July 20th. That's when all 10-month employees will be returning to work. Chris Coffey and his crew, they have been cleaning. There's a lot of projects going on. We'll update those later on in the summer, but you're going to be really pleased with a lot of the work that's happening on campus. If you drive by the tennis courts, all you can see the tennis courts have been resurfaced, different color scheme and everything. They're pretty, I think so. Also, we have all the back-to-school information uploaded in your portal. We will next week. Brian Shaw will be publishing our back-to-school guide, as well as our on social media and Parent Square. And then Jennifer is going to send a link to the back-to-school guide for you guys. That's something I think Brian he created last year, but it's really nice for parents. That's all I have. Dr. Albright.
I have nothing this evening.
Comments, CEA? All right, short and sweet. Board members?
I really have nothing except looking forward to everybody coming back.
Just thank you guys for being here.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. Up to you.
All right, thanks. Good to see you all. Everybody's more tan than you were. So.
I know both of our high school and middle school principals are on vacation this week. So.
Served.
Stephanie, thank you, because I know Lisa's on vacation too. I mean, here. So. Okay.
Bus routes.
Yes.
Dr. Bennett.
Thank you. Uploading your portal were copies of the actual bus routes for the 26-27. There were no changes from last year to this year. Again, Scott will be here at the meeting next week to talk about the routes and answer any questions that you may have. So if you have no questions, I ask that you bring the bus routes. If you have no questions, I will bring the bus routes back next week for approval.
Neola policies, special update, June 2026.
Thank you. Uploaded in your board portal were some Neola policies that were changed in the June 2026 update. Tonight will be the first reading. Don't worry, there's not very many of these at all. Just really quickly, revised policy 322001 is the teacher appreciation. It's revised policy to reflect the provisions of the House Bill 1266 to clarify that teacher appreciation grant may be used to pay the Federal Insurance Contributions Act, FICA, and the Indiana State Teachers Retirement, TRF, cost associated with distributing this stipend. Policy 6210, fiscal planning. It's a revised policy to reflect the provisions of House Bill 1210 that requires an individual designated by the board to publish a contract enter into with a municipal advisor in a prominent location on the corporation's website and uploaded the contract to Gateway, which we have already completed. The following policies have been modified to provide appropriate guardrails for artificial intelligence, AI, used by employees and students. Further, several of these policies address provisions in the House Bill 1408 regarding the use of social media by students under the age of 16. In essence, everybody knows that students can't have smartwatches or cell phones. So that would be policy 754003, policy 754004, and 7544. All have to do with student technology acceptable use, staff technology acceptable use and safety, and use of social media. So that's all for those. If you have no questions, I'll bring these policies back next week for a second reading and for approval.
Anything under other?
No, ma'am.
All right, we are adjourned. Enjoy your evening.